Recording in progress.
Hello, my name is Murshida Rudi Kadre, and I'm a practitioner of Rudra Yoga. And Rudra Yoga is something I want to talk about in short little talks, short little segments. So this is the first one, and it will be a kind of overview. And we'll start with what is Rudra, what is yoga. So yoga is the bigger thing. It is the state of union, being unified with oneself and the world and all things. So if we think of the yoke that binds together the oxen to travel in one direction to take the cart down the road, this is an idea about yoga, this unity. And in yoga, we are unifying our physical body and its movements and actions, our breath and energy, and we're also bringing together our mind into one action, into one intention. And when body, energy, and mind are all going in the same direction, then we create a kind of center for ourselves, or anchor, where we develop a spiritual presence, or a spiritual kind of root or anchor. So that's yoga. And then Rudra is the aspect of Shiva that comes from the Hindu trilogy of Brahma, creator, Vishnu, sustainer, and Shiva, destroyer. Rudra is the older version of Shiva. It shows up in the teachings earlier, and is the destroying aspect of Shiva, the destroyer. So each of these aspects, the creator, the sustainer, the destroyer, have each of these aspects in them. They all have the creator, sustainer, and destroyer in them. And so Rudra is the destroyer of the destroyer. And destroying what? So destroying our ignorance, our separation from being in a unified state. And so that's why we've coined our yoga, our path, as Rudra Yoga. It also comes from Swami Rudrananda, who was a being who lived here in America and received Swami initiation from a great saint, Muktananda, in India, whose teacher was Nityananda, and who as a small child was visited in the ethereal realms by Tibetan lamas to give him teaching, instruction, and yogic exercises. So our main practice, Rudra Yoga meditation, comes from Swami Rudrananda. It's a double breathing exercise. It's kind of our anchor practice, and we'll get to that in one of these talks. All right, so what is this mind that forgets or gets separated from a unified self? And we can look at it as having two aspects of mind: the pure unobstructed mind and the obstructed mind, so the unclear mind. And I'm going to go to view now, because if we have a view that comes from pure mind, we're going to see the big picture that is reflecting our origin. So first we have vast, unlimited, beginningless, endless space. And that space is not dead space, it's aware space, it's intelligent space, it's alive space. So we're going to call that light or clarity. And the space and the light is always in an inseparable union, so it's a one thing. And in that inseparable union, it creates, it manifests all forms. So all of manifestation is made by it. So this is our origin, this is our universe's origin, and the origin of all things, all forms, whether very, very subtle or more gross. So if we have this view or perspective that we are that space and that light, and we are a constant manifestation of forms coming and going through our body and its actions and its sensations, through our breath coming in and going out, our emotional feelings, our mind carrying certain kinds of thoughts, constantly changing, and then creating this world on the outside, seemingly outside, according to our perspective, according to our view. So the way we change an unclear mind into a clear mind is by reflecting on the view. That's one thing, reflecting on the view, and then following a path. And the path would be the yogic practices, which then clear the prana, clear the breath, and that has direct access to how we think. So if we can get our breathing regulated and more spacious and more clear, then the mind starts to get more calm and relaxed and more spacious and clear. And the body also follows along, and the tensions in the body and the muscles and tissues also becomes more soft, relaxed, and the bones that hold us upright naturally feel tall and lift up to lengthen ourselves in a good posture where we feel good in our bodies. So these are all aspects of yogic technique. It also includes sound practice, mantra practice, which is a breathing. It is a kind of pranayama practice because we have to take a deep breath in and we do a long sustained exhale as we're making a sound, as we're singing. So this is very regulating for the breath. And then there's vibration that resonates in different locations of the body, and we learn how to listen to where those vibrations are. And that clears and heals and moves energy that is stagnant. We have study. We have studying the teachings of the masters that have gone before us to realize their awakened state. And we use all of that. We use physical movement, we use breath, we use sound or mantra, we use meditation and study as the path in order to open up the different parts of ourself and bring them all into a unity. And then we have this program, Rudra Yoga Program, which is composed of 20 courses, which take us through step by step in building blocks, allowing us to approach yoga, approach these techniques, and approach this view that we want to first adopt through will, through just deciding this sounds like a good idea, to being able to go into more and more experience with the techniques, with the practices, to see how it is really true and how we can do better, feel better, think more clearly, more creatively. And instead of creating unintentionally chaos and things that are rather hard and difficult, we begin to create intentionally and move through seemingly blocks, obstacles, limitations, and we're able to create more harmony on the outside, more love, joy, harmony, in more balanced, equanimous state. And these are our natural inherent qualities when there's not extra stuff there from stagnant energy. All right, so our method is to move ourselves as a group through 20 courses, me included. I'm constantly moving through these 20 courses, and each time I share these practices, I'm also practicing and evolving myself very steadily and sure-footedly, because this program is backed by the lineages of spiritual tradition from our planet, from different times and places. And each one is a kind of special doorway opening to an aspect of ourselves. And this is our spiritual inheritance as human beings, so it's good to know where we came from and what these traditions teach and how they're very, very relevant today, and then have that solid ground under our feet so we can have confidence in what we're doing, that these techniques do work, and we can keep evolving, we can keep growing, and we can continue to realize more and more and more our natural state of mind with less time and gaps in between in some kind of chaos or difficulty. All right, so I want to share my screen and do a little bit of practice with you. And I thought we would start with the Rudra Invocation. So Rudra, this aspect of Shiva, which destroys obstacles or limitations or our unclear view. The words are Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. I call upon Divine Rudra, the one who clears all obstacles. So we're going to take a couple long deep breaths, breathing from the bottom of the belly up into the high lungs of the chest, and then exhaling from the high chest all the way down to the bottom of the belly. And as you breathe this way, just sense yourself relaxing more, feeling the sensations of the breath in the body. Let your mind rest. And then as we do the mantra, listen to the vibration of the sound as it moves in various parts of the body, and simply enjoy those sensations as healing energies moving where they need to go. I'll sing it through once and then join in. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. And inhale. Hold in the heart. And as you're holding, let your muscles relax around the heart area, holding the breath, holding the mantra, the vibration of the mantra, and feeling it spreading out to the edges of your skin. Sense that these healing energies are clearing your cells and tissues, your organs, fortifying the blood, the bones, the nerves. And feel the outer skin, the skin that breathes, the skin that defines the inside space from the external or outside space. And gently exhale. And then let yourself breathe naturally for a moment. And notice where you feel the mantra is still vibrating. As we learn to breathe from the belly and sing more deeply from the belly, we can also feel these energies move more below the waist. And then this activates our digestive center. And this is how Rudra works, that we learn how to digest all of our experiences, whether pleasant or unpleasant experiences, and get the nourishment out of each one. So this is the path of Rudra Yoga, to live in a unified state, to be present with our moment-to-moment experiences, to get the nourishment out of each one, and live inside of ourself in a harmony of body, energy, and mind, as well as live with the outside world in the same kind of harmony, understanding we all come from the same place, we all are unified and connected. So the logo you were looking at is a logo in process, which also represents the different traditions, spiritual traditions that we explore in our path, and that will be the subject of another short talk. So thank you very much, and I look forward to coming back and talking more.